setting up. We'll give people a couple of minutes to come on in. I'll get this part of my stuff going here so they're not waiting on me. 529. That one open. All right, let me get my little papers for your. Aha, I have my Post-it notes here. Good. I bought another box of those, so that should be more than enough. Got a whole lot of stuff for tonight. It's just 5:30, so we'll give people a few more minutes to sign on in. Another busy day. No lunch again. I see 6 people so far. We're expecting some new people to join us tonight. And if you're one of those new people joining us, it's not an auction. It's just you're paying whatever the prices are on the items that I show you. Hello, Miss Kathy Oji. Hello, Miss Mercille. And what we do is we tell you the price of the item, and you have to say sold and what the item is. You have to tell me what the item is. There's some strange Facebook delays that everybody's messages, everything's coming through at different times, and it's just a Facebook issue that we have, that everybody has when they do the lives. So I might be on the second or third item, and you're just seeing that item that I just held up 2 minutes ago. Hello, Pox. Hello, Miss Norma Waits. So you just have to say sold and which item it is. We are finding people that are on their computers are getting through a little quicker if they're hardwired, as opposed to using a Wi-Fi. And we go by majority rules. So if, hey Stacy, hello Jackie. So if you see yourself as first, you're always going to see yourself as first because you're hitting enter. So you're seeing your enter on your device. That doesn't mean it's come through the web yet to Facebook. So, hey, Miss Cerulli. Hello, Miss Graham. So you might not be getting it, even though you're seeing yourself as first, but what we're seeing and what all the other people are seeing is when it actually gets through to us over here in Andover, New Jersey on our Facebook page. So I've got 20 of you. We're going to start. I've got a lot of great things. I made sure everything is shippable because I know a lot of you guys we are shipping to. If you've never purchased from us before, I need you, hey, Miss Lynn Terry, I need you to message us and just tell me, direct message me if you need it shipped. If we've not shipped to you before, I need your zip code and an email so I can send you a PayPal invoice. You don't have to pay the PayPal invoice. You can pay with a credit card over the phone during business hours. We type in the number as you give it to us. We do not write it down. I don't want your credit card information. Please do not email it to me. Please do not text it to me. You're just going to give it to us on the phone. It's either going to be Jeanette or Don. Nobody else should be answering the phone to put that information in there. Hey, Miss Phillips. So we're going to get going, and most of you know the drill's sold, and then the item. If you have any questions, hey, Mr. Gore, we got a lot of I don't want to say old timers. We've got a lot of experience in the chat room itself. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to anybody in the room. They will gladly assist you. Hey, Beth. So we're going to get going. I got a lot of great stuff, a lot of small stuff, in all different price points from all of our different vendors. We're a multi-vendor shop, so it's always an eclectic batch of stuff. I had a couple of you actually went on my YouTube video last night from Jazzy Junk, our vendor 48, and you already have a small pile from that. We're hoping to add to that tonight. And then tomorrow morning, Don comes in and he sets up camp. You might have seen the picture from last week. Hey, Lynette, and he starts the packing for all the shipping to be done. So we start working on that right away. Hey, Pam. All right, so I have this nice from our vendor, Relove with Heart. It is a pewter, it's stamped in multiple places. I just saw that. Pewter candle holder. It's got the stampings here as well as on the bottom. And this is a Wilton, Columbia, Pennsylvania, USA. This is pewter. It is a taper candle holder. And where's my little tape measure? Oh, it's in the drawer. It is $8.80. It would help if I give you guys prices. And it is 6 inches tall, and that is pewter. It is stamped in multiple places as pewter. So just $8.80 for the pewter candle holder. I have this nice stoneware jug that came in recently. It has a cream offset color to it. It is 11 inches tall, 3-inch diameter on the bottom from Pick and Wildflowers for $12.80. So it's a nice stoneware bottle. And we don't have any markings on the bottom. I don't see any condition issues, and that is just $12.80 for the stoneware bottle. From our vendor, Lazy Q Ranch, it's got a few little dings and dents. It is an aluminum milk can, and that is $11.20. And it's got the wrought iron handle with the attachments on it and the nice lid. And that is almost 9 inches tall. So that one is just $11.20. I have the bottles for the pots. You got it. Good grab on that. Even that one's an older one. The new ones are going for more than that. The repros that you can get at like Michael's and stuff. And we will always let you know if something is newer, reproduction. There's a lot of this stuff. I'm expecting to see the campfire marshmallow tins. I have the milk can for Lynette. I'm expecting to see Michael's and those stores start doing the campfire marshmallow tins because there's been so much interest in those lately. We don't have any in here right now, but they are very popular. So usually whenever something like that happens, vintage-wise, all of a sudden you see it popping up, made in China at all the stores, the Michael's and Joann's and all the craft stores, for more than what you can get the actual antique for. So just watch out for that you make sure if you want vintage, you're getting vintage. I have from our vendor, Thrifty Rick, a very nice vintage aluminum fruit and flower tray for just $8. So this interesting combination. Usually it's one or the other. This one's got a little bit of everything. It's got the nice handles and little crimped edges. It's just $8, and it is not from the handles, but from the inside, 13 inches by almost 10 inches. So very cute. Little design on that. It's nice. The nice thing with the aluminum is sturdy, but it's lightweight. So, and it's a nice smaller tray for snacks. And tonight's focus will be snacks because I did not have lunch, so that is on my mind tonight. Just kidding. All right, so we have this cute little picture from Pickin' Wildflowers for what is that? Let's see, $15.20. And it is 6 inches tall, $15.20. It is a vintage studio art pottery pitcher, blue-green glazed. And it's not a maker's mark on it, but it is numbered on the bottom. All right, Miss Merciel for this. It's a beaut. It reminds me of Francoma pottery. I don't think it's Francoma, but that's what it looks like to me. So it's in the style of Francoma. What did I just do with the little Post-it notes? Huh. All right, oh, there they are. I have Miss Merciel first for the picture. So if anybody's seeing otherwise, let me know. Otherwise, I have Miss Merciel. Okay, let me actually put these down on the table so I'm not. All right, I have the tray for Miss Robertson. Nice grab on that. That's a pretty one. Okay. All right, so just the candle holder remains. All right, so we did have a thing today that I ended up buying because I kind of was trying to talk somebody else into it, and I ended up in the process talking myself into it. I wrapped it because it's so many pieces. It was this adorable little, I've never seen anything like it before from like the 1920s, 30s. Little canisters and sugars and creamers. It was like a little child's toy kitchen set. And I said, before I talked somebody else into buying it, well, I talked myself into it, depending on how Don was today, because it was shippable, and it was tons of little pieces. As long as he was nice to me today, I wouldn't bring it up for the live, but if he was out of hand at all, it was coming up and he would have to probably ship it, but I ended up buying it. So, but he was good, so he didn't have to worry about it anyway. This little guy is a nice little restaurant ware creamer for just $4 from Jackson, China, out of Falls Creek, Pennsylvania. It's brown and yellow stripes, very pretty. It was probably a custom design for a local restaurant or hotel, and that guy's just $4 for the individual restaurant ware creamer. A very nice one, unusual pattern on that. So just $4 on that, and that is from Jazzy Junk. Yeah, I knew you'd get a kick out of that, Pam. All right. So make sure everybody wants that creamer. Like I said, there's an odd delay on this, so let me move it on to the next thing for now, which you're not going to see for a bit probably. I have this glass, cut glass clear fairy lamp, 7 inches tall for $11.20. This is your, like the inverted with the long stem, and then the top. It's not marked, but usually like these were from Princess House. I have the creamer from Miss Mercille. And this one is just a clear glass one. So it's 7 inches tall, $11.20 from our vendor, Pickin' Wildflowers. And I keep putting it this way. I end up with a lot more stuff than I intend to, because as I walk around and I do the lights and I have the little light for Pam, I find more good things. It's really hard. I have like 80 items tonight because it's really hard to pass up on so many things. Because there's so much good stuff in here. And Wednesday's a big stocking day for our vendors here. Okay. All right. I have, it's called Tiger Club by, it looks like Anna, from the Cubs of the Big Mats Music Box Collection, Princeton Gallery, 1994. And it's handcrafted in Malaysia. So it's got this little tiger on the lid. It's porcelain for $8, and it's an open trinket box, but it has the music lid. And I thought it would play Born Free. I have no idea what the tune is supposed to be, but this is just $6.40. Song is. I have the music box for Beth. It just, I don't know what that is. It just keeps repeating and repeating and repeating. Oh, Mylan. So again, same thing, just sold. If you want, you have to say sold and what the item is. I already have your shipping information. So if I already have your shipping information, you don't have to send it to us again. Anything you buy tonight, we'll get that invoice out to you tomorrow. The only thing that has not sold yet that was brought up was this pewter candlestick for $8.80, 6 inches tall, from Wilton, Pennsylvania, Pewtery. And it's just a taper candle. So that's all we've got left so far. Everything else that came up has already sold. I have this pretty piece that just came in today. Peach Crest Pink Overlay Milk Glass Beaded Melon Vase from Fenton. It is 4.5 inches wide, 6.5 inches tall, and this is from the Hip Chick, who is a 30% off vendor, so it's just $15.40 for this beautiful piece of Fenton glassware. And again, that is 6.5 inches tall. And that is when they say crest, the silver crest, it's just that the rim is actually clear, and you can see, hey Peggy, I have the vase for Norma. So Peg, it's as simple as you just say sold and which item it is. So we've already, pretty much everything's gone. I just have a candlestick held up so far that's been left behind. Nice grab on that, Norma. She was walking by with it to put it up in her front bookcase here. And I said, let me see that. Let me see the price. And when I saw it was a nice price, I said, just leave it here. We'll get that out for you today. So, all right. I have it does have a little issue down here, but other than that, he is a little vintage for $8.40, Scotty Dog pin cushion. So these are before World War II, and these would be like the little things that you get like at the carnivals and stuff, or in the 5 and dime store. It still has its little pin cushion in there, and he's just $8.40 for the little vintage pin cushion holder, doggy. Got that weird song in my head. I don't even know what it is. Also from our vendor, ooh, there's a tiny little chip on there. Tiny little chip here. Doesn't go quite through. This is an antique little porcelain, 4 inches tall for $7.20 from our vendor, Pickin' Wildflowers. And you have these pretty flowers on both sides. This one's a little more ornate. You've got a little more hanging down here. It has this pretty embossing design. And it's actually little flowers embossed here. Again, there is a tiny, tiny little chip, which because the creamer is white, it kind of blends and you don't really see the chip unless you look for it. So that guy is $7.20. Now I have two of these. They are $5.60 each from Betty's Treasures. They are vintage, they are antique pink depression floral etched glasses. And these are more like your water glass sizes. So they have a very unusual shape to them. They are pink. Yeah, they're actually, well, they're coming across a little peach, but they are pink. I know for some reason it does that. And they are 5¼ inches tall, and they are $5.60 from Betty's Treasures, and they are etched. And I don't have any chips on those, so they're very pretty. And they're also cute. I have both glasses for Beth. Cute little vases too as well if you want. But they're just very pretty. So both of those going to Beth. Good deal on that. Weird earworm to have. There's Beth's pile. Okay. Okay. I have a cute little two-tone bean pot with the lid and bail handle for 16. It's 4.5 inches tall. This is from our vendor, Auntie's Attic. There's no maker's marks on the bottom. It's a nice stoneware crock. It does have a B in the lid. And it's just a nice little clean bean pot. It's a nice good size, and that is $16 from Auntie's Attic. So again, if you missed anything and you want something brought back, let me know. And then I'll be doing a raise of the sale as long as we sell most of the stuff tonight. So I have the bean pot for Stacy. I have Stacy first on the bean pot. If anybody sees any different, please let me know. I have from our vendor, New to You. It is a not super old, but probably 1990s, early 2000s. It's a little acrylic shoe. It's funky, and it's a ring holder. It's $10, so it will hold your rings in here. Let's just grab a ring here. So you would just slide in your ring right like that, and it would hold, does that hold up there? No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rings it holds in that little stiletto, and that is $10 from New to You. All right. This is a Laura Ashley, and it is also from New to You. It is 4 inches tall. It's $5.60. It is glazed inside, so it is safe to use, and then it has this interesting matte. It's like a lace has been placed over the pottery and pushed into it to give it this pretty lace design embossing all around it in a matte finish. And then you have the glossy inside and along the top from Laura Ashley, and that is $5.60, 4 inches tall. For the Laura Ashley vase, you can put pens in there, makeup brushes, in your bathroom toothbrush holder if you wanted to, and that is just $5.60 for that. Okay, also from that vendor, not old, but these are 4-inch diameter, 3.5-inch tall, $2.40 for the little mini. It's like a cake stand. It looks like a cake stand, but it's a great little decorative platform piece, and that is ceramic, and it's hand wash only, and it's made in China, but it's just $2.40 for the little pedestal. Great little display piece, nice little riser to give you a little more. I have the stand. This one stands sold to Pam. Now today, I was very smart and I waited because I have another same price, slightly different style. Since Pam took that one, Carrie, do you want this one? Or does Pam, so the first stand sold, I have this stand now for $2.40 as well. All right, so both stands have sold. So a lot of you have come to us from Yesterday's Tomorrow from Kim. Carrie is actually Kim's sister. Okay, I saw this the other night when I was doing my YouTube videos, and I said I have to bring this guy up if he doesn't sell by then. It's like a silver-plated head swan. He is a salt. Oh, very nice. And he is $3. This is from Redeemable, and the detail on the head is so pretty. It's just a single little salt for $3, glass with the silver-plated head on the little salt swan. And it's just $3 from Redeemable. Has a very pretty little face. It actually has some nice detail on it. You can actually see the face. And that's just $3 for the pretty swan salt. I have the swan to Miss Jackie. Stabbed by a windmill. I have this unusual, and it's got some good weight to it, $4 firm, heavy brass windmill bell from England. It's a windmill from England for $4 firm from our vendor, the Hip Chick. So, and it does turn, and it has a slight little tinkle to it, and it's just $4 for the cute little windmill bell. Trying to see where it says. I have the bell for Jackie as well. I show Jackie grab the bell first. If majority is seeing any different, please let me know. Let me know if I missed something, because it's just me looking at the computer screen, so I don't always catch everything. This was left on the counter by Don, so I'm just bringing it up. It's a weird little handle for $1. It's an antique. It's got the screw. It's a bale antique wood handle. So you got the piece of wood and the metal, and it could screw into, I don't know what, but it's just $1. So if you're needing a handle or you just want to lay it in a cute little primitive display, it's just $1 for this antique little handle. I mean, everybody's putting little tomato spoons and everything in their little crocks and stuff. This would be cute just sitting in there as well. So that's just $1. I have not sure of the H. This is from Betty's Treasures. It is hollow. It is an orange with the green crackled glass pumpkin for $9.60. I have the handle for John Pock. And this is, how tall are you? The pumpkin is, to the stem, 6.5 inches tall on the glass pumpkin. And that is $9.60 for the pumpkin. Here we go. All right. Okay, so we have the handle for John. Okay. So we still have the pumpkin available, about 6.5 inches tall, $9.60 for that, crackle glass. So that all those little lines in it are deliberate. I have the pumpkin for Norma. It's really, I mean, if you have a windowsill or whatever to put this in, this thing is just, the color coming through is just gorgeous. Okay. Now I have this thing's got some weight to it. It's a gourd, art glass pumpkin gourd kind of thing for $9.60 as well. This one's a little squatter guy. It's clear with tannins, again, not old, and it's got the green leaf on the top. And this guy is, like I said, it's short but squat. So the height is about 3 inches to the top of that stem, but the diameter is 5 inches for the brown pumpkin guy that we have here. And again, like I said, these are not old, they're just pretty pieces of glass. And that is $9.60, also from the same vendor. So I have from Lazy Q Ranch, made on a piece of reclaimed wood, a coffee sign stenciled on there for $8. It's got the hook, and you can see it is an old piece of wood. So if you're a coffee bar or whatever, and you just like little signs, $8, and that is way less than $1 an inch. It is almost 13 inches by about 3¼ inches on the wood coffee sign for just $8. So again, nice old piece of wood. Does have a hanger there, or you can just prop it up by your coffee bar in your kitchen. Just a cute little sign for $8. All right. So after this, whatever doesn't sell, I do a remains of the sale if there's not a whole lot of stuff left. So I did one last week, and I got a comment, which I actually deleted. I did respond to it on my YouTube, that said for me to stop touching everything. So I found that I have the coffee sign for Miss Merciel. Given the nature of what we sell and how we're selling it, since a lot of you are purchasing this to ship, and it's kind of sight unseen, I am your hands on it, so I'm showing you all the angles, any damage and everything else. So I just kind of was like, okay. So we're going to levitate the items in front of you, or use a laser pointer, and we'll see how that goes for trying to get this stuff out to you. Exactly, and I feel it to make sure if there's any chips and cracks. And when I do the remains of the sale, I'm honing in on labels and anything else that's on it. So I responded, I deleted their thing, and I just said, given the nature of the industry that we're in, I do need to touch the stuff, especially since it's a lot of people that are, I am their hands. So I said, it's not like I'm handling food, you know? So plus, can you imagine if I told all the customers in here picking up things? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Stop touching everything. So that's like our catchphrase now, where we're like, stop touching everything when we go into the stores. So we've been, yeah, it was just like, okay. I would love to not have to, but, you know, and the thing is they're, you know, non-porous, so you can just wipe it off, you know, and my hands are clean. I'm not going around doing things that I shouldn't be doing, and so, yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you, ladies. This I picked up because I thought this was cute. This is from Lennox. This is Lennox, their Americana collection. So this is probably the 1970s when everybody was getting back into, you know, the bicentennial, and colonial style was a big thing. This is just $12 for this. It's got the mirror. There's like a little, like some blackening of the mirror along the edges. And it's like this galvanized grayish gunmetal. Yeah, I really don't have a choice in order to show you these things. So this does have the little slot for you to hang on the wall. Yes, I'm going to levitate it all. And it's just $12. Again, this is from Lennox, probably about the 1970s when we were back into colonial America, everything. And it will hold a standard tape handle in there. All right, so Mylon, you set to say soul candle. I know what you're talking about on that one. But just in case we get ahead of things, and so I have that for you. Or Kelby. I think Kelby's watching. I don't. So we will give that one to you. So that is sold. You got it. Not a problem. Slight delay there as I relayed my chuckle of the day when I got that message. Ooh. So I got this, just came in today. Rusty gold, as we call it, because this sucker has a ton of rust. We are not responsible for your tetanus shots if you get cut by the cowbell. And this one is just $8.40 from our vendor, the Hip Chick. It's 4 inches by 4 inches by 2.5 inch diameter. So, and it's got a nice sound to it. And that is just $8.40 for the Rusty cowbell. And I'm waiting for Don to say more cowbell. So it does have a very nice sound to it. We sell these. That's a great price for that. So just let me know, sold cowbell, and it is yours. Now I did get the vendor to come down on this. This might be a little trickier one to ship, but it shouldn't be a problem. Don can probably tuck things around it. I have Lynn Rose for the bell. Ah, what the heck did I just go into? All right. Oh, happy birthday, John. Happy birthday. All right, I have the bell for Lynn. We sold another bell today that I was going to bring up if it did not sold during the day today. It was a humongous, like, big old school bell for a really good price. And I actually had to go back. I heard the guy walking around with it, and I said, can I please bring that up front to you? Because he was walking around ringing that. All right, so we have up next, I got the vendor to come down on this. And she went from 25 to 15 and then 30% off, so it is $10.50. Does have some rust on it. It's the footed star colander, and what a lot of people are doing with this one is they're actually putting this like on top, if you have the soffit on top of your cabinets that's available or somewhere else, and they're putting a light underneath it, like, you know, like one of those battery operated candles, and they're using the stars to, you know, they're making these pretty little designs of light in the room. So that's what these have been popular for lately. And of course, just decorative, you know, out like this. They're just a lot of fun. I know my mom used this one all the time like this with the feet on it. And that is now down to $10.50 for the colander with the stars. So that's a good price on that one. Nope, that is not for sale tonight. That is my coffee. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, we have this is called a scribe mortise gauge. It's wood and brass, all right? So this is made in the USA, number 44. So this was used in like drafting. So this was used to like kind of angle how they were drafting, doing the plans and stuff. And this one belonged to a Phil Reynolds. He has his name carved in on the handle, and this is $11.20. This is $11.20. It does have the nail in it. It has the brass turnstile here. We have the ruler, and it does have the guy's name in it, Phil Reynolds, and that's just $11.20. It's too bad the guy's name wasn't Ryan Reynolds, because that would have been, everybody would have been jumping up and down for that one. All right. For those just joining us that have never shopped with us before, there's no registration. Just say sold and the item. You have to tell me what the item is. And if we've not sold to you before and you need something shipped, or if you're picking it up, just direct message us and let us know your zip code and your email if we are shipping it, or just tell me when you're coming on by to pick it on up. Right here, we're in Andover, New Jersey. This is from our vendor, Good to Go. He's leaving at the end of this month, so everything is 50% off. So anything from his booth has to be paid for before he leaves. This is a bird wire basket. This would have been an egg collector for $7.50. So your handles go down nice and easy. It's wired, it's open, and it's for collecting your eggs. A lot of people just have these out now in their fun country kitchens. And the handle was working. There we go. It's a little older guy, so he's just $7.50. This is like almost like a duck shape. They're usually hen shaped, but so that one is just $7.50 for that fun egg gathering basket. Oh gosh. All right. We still have several shelves of stuff to get through, folks. This I grabbed. This is a fantastic price. So get your keyboards ready, folks. Get your sold ready, and you're going to be putting in key. This is a cast iron. It's one of those Victorian style keys. $5.60. I have the hen for peg. This guy's $5.60. It's cast iron. It's got a little bit of rust to it. It is 12 inches tall, and it's just fun decoration. I have the hen for Peggy, and I have the key for Stacy. Yeah, I saw the price on that. I had to do a double take on that. And then that hen basket's a good price at that. All right, let me just get this down here. I have room up here still. In there. Okay. All right. I have the key to Stacy first, and we have the hen for Peggy. All right. This just came in today as well. This is the, I want to say York, but this is just from Thrifty Rick. $6.40 for the false graph little coffee pot, teapot. It's in fantastic condition. It's one of the classic patterns. It's called, it's a petite top teapot, 16 ounces. I have Laura Ashley vase for Lynn Terry. I will pull that back up for you. Alrighty. Lynn Terry. Swear. It's a very pretty piece. Alright, I got that vase for you. Oh, and I have the teapot to Norma. You got it. Yeah, $6.40. You cannot go wrong. That's a nice little one. Doesn't even look like they used it. So, good deal on that. All right, let me get that for you. And then we have this for Norma, for Lynn. All righty. All right. Those are, oh my, I've got smalls. I got some really cute smalls coming through. All right, let's get to some of these minis. All right, so I have the teapot sold already to Norma, Jeannie. So, all right, guys, my hands have not been very good today. So this is kind of getting this back on the stand. This is the $3.50, made in Japan. It's vintage. It is the March, it says March on the back, teacup and saucer, and it comes with this little stand, $3.50 for the miniature porcelain teapot, teacup and saucer. So you have 3 pieces. Hey, Mr. Paulson, you have 3 pieces. You have the cup, the little saucer, and the stand, all for $3.50. Like I said, it is marked March on the back. It's a little floral pattern on that. Little porcelain, vintage from Japan. So, grab that on her way by. Dom loves shipping minis. She also brought in this today for $8.40. This is the spun glass little bird bath for $8.40. So you have the blue birds sitting on the bird bath, and that's what they call the spun glass. It's that stylization of the glass. Hello from Minnesota. Right, is that MN, I think? All right, so we have the cute little bird bath. That is just $8.40. I still have that mini cup and saucer for just $3.50. So these are our little minis. And don't forget, whatever doesn't sell tonight, I will do my remains of the sale later, where I will be touching everything. So, I actually stopped and read what you wrote, Don. Okay, we have a Love Angels mug made in China. Sarah's 2 angels. It's a little coffee cup. This is from our vendor, Cavalier Collectibles, 4 inches tall, for $4. So I'm thinking Sarah's the artist. So it's a pretty porcelain little cup for just $4 on that. From Cavalier Collectibles. We have this from our vendor. He's got me all looped out now. Mia's Treasures. Mia's Treasures is going to be with us through the end of the month, and then she's going to take a little bit of a break. Her health is declining rapidly, so, and, you know, inevitably we know what the next phase is, unfortunately, and they're going to have to be taking care of her estate and cleaning out and doing all that, so she's going to take a break from us for a few months, coming back to us soon, but this will be, for now, this is the last month with us until everything's all settled in with her home and everything else. So we have this cute Matrix Tasmanian Devil Christmas ornament for $4.80. It is, he says, Merry Christmas. Yeah, it always is. It is always difficult. And this is a collectible ornament. New. It's in the box. And what year is this from? 1996. And that's just $4.80. So if you have a Looney Tunes fan, if you have a Tasmanian Devil, still in the box, that's a great little gift right there to give to somebody. Or you could be the Tasmanian Devil collector or just love Looney Tunes. So that's just $4.80 for that, still in the box. Now we have, this is antique flash glass. So when I say flash, it means that it's applied. So you're going to see missing glass where it's been like rubbed off, scratched off, where the red is. So this is, it says it's cut to clear, but it's not really a cut to clear, because cut to clear would imply that we have the ruby glasses in the glass, which it is not. So we have this pretty little picture with the flash glass on it. It is older and is just $6. That is from our vendor Good to Go, who is leaving at the end of this month. And he's leaving for, you know, because he's younger and he's got so much on his plate. So, and again, that's just $6. No chips, just some wear to the flash. Okay. Okay, we have from our vendor Cavalier Collectibles this nice tin for $8. It's hinged lid, 5.5 by 4.25 by 5.25. And I like to test my strength. Here we go. It's got a little rust in the bottom, but other than that, it's pretty nice. It's got peacocks on it. It's very colorful. It is hinged and probably made in England, right? Yes, it is. Designed by Dacker, Long Island, New York. Container made in England. So this unusual shaped tin, $8, with all our pretty different ducks and birds and everything on there. Are those? Yeah, they are. Those are drakes on the. Well, they're fancy drakes. Drakes, peacocks, butterflies, some other kind of little fun birds on the side. And that is some rust on the inside. So that is just $8 for the tin from Cavalier Collectibles. So we have from our vendor Andover Junction a nice older bottle. It is Jacob Rupert New York Brewery for just $3.20, and it has a slight aqua tinge to it. There is a bubble down here. I'm not seeing a whole lot of other straw marks on it. I'm not even seeing seams on it. It's a light seam, it looks like. But it's a nice bottle for just $3.20, and it is a vintage. It's embossed Jacob Rupert New York Brewery. So, and that is just $3.20 for the nice antique bottle. And that is 9.5 inches tall about. Okay, hey Deborah Kennedy, I have the tin for Miss Kennedy. Did you just get on, Deb? Because I have, I don't know if you saw the miniature teacup and saucer that I just had up. I don't know if you were on for that. So just in case you weren't, I had this. I'm going to show it again just because I don't know if Deborah was on when this came up. Vintage made in Japan. It's the March cup and saucer with the stand for just $3.50, and that is porcelain. So it has that little stand. Always room for minis. That is the problem I have. And then the other thing that you had asked about the other day, Deborah Kennedy has first right of refusal on this because you had asked for information on this and I forgot. So I have the, it's $3.50 for the little, for this set, $3.50. And it's 3 pieces. You get the little stand with it. And then you had asked about this tin, but I wanted to show it. Deborah Kennedy has first right of refusal on it. It is got a lot of wear to it. It is rusted. It is $12 from our vendor, Good Burning Sensation Antiques. I have the mini cup saucer from Miss Deborah Kennedy. So you can see it's got a lot of, it's still legible, but it does have a lot of wear to it as well. It does have the Hoboken, New Jersey, Thomas Lipton there that you can see. It's got a lot of rust and on it. It's still legible, so that's $12. So just let me know if you want that, Deborah Kennedy, and if not, you want the tin, you got it. I didn't notice before that it had the Hoboken in there. It makes sense that tea would come through the port there. All right. Yeah, I walked by, I'm like, oh, I was supposed to get that for Deb, so I made sure I grabbed that for you tonight, hoping you'd be on. Waited for you to get on to show you that one. So I have that. So you have your little pile started right there. Okay. Now we had one similar to this last week. And all right, so we have the Lipton sold to Miss Kennedy. We had one similar last week. This one's just a little different. It is $9.60. It has the little claw feet. It's the little miniature brass log holder. And it's got like these copper colored little nails types in it. They're like soldered on. It's interesting how that's put together. It's not like screwed in. So I'm not quite sure. And there's got to be some work done on that. That's pretty neat how they did that. So this little guy is $9.60 for the little mini log holder. I know we had one a little bit different last week that we sold. Same price, just slightly different, same vendor. So if anybody's interested in the hammered little brass mini log holder. Okay. I have from our vendor Vintage Crush, a 3-inch tall, this is Delft, $4.80. It's a little, the windmill bell on it. And Delft is like Murano is in Italy. It's the region where the glass is made. Delft is the region in Holland where it's made. A lot of people, as soon as they see blue and white or this color blue with the lighter grayish blue, call it Delft when in fact it is not. It is Delft when it is actually marked Delft Blau, hand painted 607, and this was clearly made for the tourist industry because it's written partially in English, the hand painted. So, and that one is just $4.80. So it probably traveled over from Holland to here. I have the little bell sold to Stacy. So a couple years ago, one of my lives that I did, I actually sold a little Dutch clock from Holland. It was a souvenir of Holland. And the lady called me up to pay over the phone because she was actually, I have the bell sold to Stacy already. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry, Deborah Kennedy. I have Deborah Kennedy first on that bell. Yeah, I have Deborah Kennedy, then Stacy. So if anybody's seeing anything different, let me know. So I had this lady call, paid for a Holland Dutch souvenir clog. She's in Holland, and she said she'd be coming over to her cousin, and she would pick it up when she got here, because she said in Holland you can't get the souvenirs that were sold anymore there. So it's become like a little kitsch thing for them over there to buy back the souvenirs from here to bring back there. So I thought that was pretty funny. She didn't get anything else from me. You would think she would get a souvenir from her trip here, but from her home country she decided to get a souvenir. So I have the little Delft bell for Deborah Kennedy. And that's where I'm saying you guys got to catch me, because sometimes I'm not always seeing, and especially when Don's on there joking around. All right, let's get ready to mash. I got this primitive wooden masher, 10.5 inches tall, $7.20. The wood was not quite conditioned, so we do have some nice old cracks in it, but it's still a great decorative piece. And that is, again, 10.5 inches tall, $7.20 from Redeemable for the old primitive masher. Not going to fall apart, but it does have a couple cracks in the wood. I have Kerry for the masher. Nice little primitive piece there. I was watching somebody on YouTube, and he was talking about how the wood, depending on where it was made, so if a lot of the mahogany and stuff that came up from like places like Haiti where there's a lot of moisture in the air, when it went to places that were drier, it would cause it to crack. So a lot of times the wood that you get, if you get it local, it's going to probably not crack as much because it's used to that air already. So I never realized that had such a importance on the condition of the items, and why a lot of that stuff that we're seeing from a lot of the other countries might get those little cracks in the wood. We have this cute little porcelain little girl praying, made in Taiwan. It's a nightlight, and she's $10.50. And you can see she's got her little light there, and here's the cord. It is quite usable, ready to be plugged in. So this would be 1970s, early 80s. She's kind of made in, I already sold, the masher sold to Carrie. She's made in she reminds me slightly of a Yadro. The coloring of her is very Yadro-ish to me, with the skin tone in that. And she's just $10.50, and she is a nightlight. So a very sweet little girl. A nice little gift. She does have the cross here a lovely little communion gift if you know someone, or if you just like this pretty little girl praying nightlight. Very pretty. I have the light sold to Jackie. Yeah, she's a very pretty little girl. Well, and I'm always learning something new every day. If you watched my YouTube video last night, one of my vendors did buy that kitchen glass book. I already have that book, so otherwise I would have bought it again. So they're always fun to just flip through, and because sometimes, I mean, you can figure it out going on the internet and stuff, but having the book in your hand and researching and finding out that information first at least gives you a point of where to start, and it helps you keeping your eye out for those things too. All right, we have, this is more of a local thing. I don't know where this was. Oak Ridge, New Jersey, Shari's Tavern. Nice smoked glass dish for just $6.40. This is from Vintage Crush. I don't see, usually these are made by House Arts of Pennsylvania, but I'm not seeing that mark on the bottom. So it's a nice smoky glass, local Oak Ridge, New Jersey, Shari's Tavern, which I don't know where that was. That would have been on the Jefferson side. Anybody that's local might remember this place. It's in remarkable condition, and that's just $6.40. All right, I know I'm going to get you guys with this one. $6.40 for this MCM little cat. He's got like a plastic tail, but he's wood, and he's got little whiskers and little eyes. He's 3.5 inches tall, and that is also from Vintage Crush. And I do think these were like salt and peppers too. I remember having something like this when I was a kid, a little bit bigger. And this one is $6.40, again 3.5 inches tall, and it does have that cute little tail, and we have that cute little face, and it's in very good condition. Staring at me. Okay. Oh, thanks, Barb. All right, now this was recently marked down. This is Noritake, China, Japan. It's a nice little Demitas set. So we have our mark there. Pretty pink little roses and stuff from Vintage Crush as well. She marked it down from 8 to 7. We take that 20% off, so $5.60 for the little Demitas Noritake pink floral with, I guess, gray and blue little sprigs. Pretty little set. And that's just $5.60 for that. Okay, from On Second Thought, we have a carnival glass dish for $20. This is the, let's say it's amethyst, but it's got a lot of green in it. I don't see a maker. Yeah, so that's why I'm getting the green, because it's over green glass that they laid it over, so it picks up a lot of the green through there. And there's some slight little missing paint here, and that is a great pattern with a leaf in the center. Again, I did not see a maker's mark on it. It's a ruffled dish, and that is $20 for the vintage carnival glass bowl from Vintage Crush. From Cavalier Collectibles tonight, we have a $7.20. This is a English Village by Salem China of Old Staffordshire, England. Hand engraved underglaze, permanent color. So this would have been a dinner set, and this is the older stuff. This wasn't, you might find some of this stuff now in like Home Goods and TJ Maxx in the back section. You'll see different marks. This is definitely an older mark on this. So there's a blue transferware plate, dinner plate in the English Village, blue and white, and that is just $7.20 for that plate from Cavalier Collectibles. Okay. All right. Goodness, we still have quite a bit of stuff to go. We have in the box for $16 the Star. Now this was the most popular of the bottle openers, and it has the paper in it. This is the Star Coca-Cola bottle opener wall mount for $16, and this is from our vendor Burning Sensation Antiques. And this is made in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Well, the box was. I don't know where this was. This is out of Newport News, Virginia. So this is in really remarkable condition. We have the repops for like $6, but this is the actual oldie but goodie, and it actually has the paperwork in it. And you could see, it's about what they paid for it. Wow, $14.95 plus $3 in shipping. So you're getting it for less than what this person would have paid for new. And the picture and the images, I would say this is the early 80s on this one. Ooh, lamps too. Oh wow, the lamps were only 15. So I have Coke to Mr. Latow. You're going to get a kick out of the little paperwork inside of it, Joe. Doesn't have the screws, but we have some great paperwork with it. So, and like I said, the hardest part is finding it with the box still. And not all rusted out. All right. Also from Burning Sensation Antiques, last week we had the little teapot that had the little chip in it that we sold for $3. We have a cute little yellowware small Watt bowl, slightly different. Oh, that was Puritan, it wasn't Watt. So we have the Watt bowl, which is a very similar pattern for $12. Is that? No, that's not going through all the way, is it? Sorry. You see, okay, so there is I'm going to say a scratch because it's not going through. Little line there, and that little guy is $12 for the cute little antique Watt bowl. So Watt, W-A-T-T, is an older pottery, and this was one of their popular patterns in that. So and that's the smaller of the bowls. This is an interesting dish for $10.40. It is marked Jean Reed's of Italy. And what's interesting to me is you've got this Majolica stylization going around, this reticulation opening, and then in the middle they throw these like very popular, like, you know, these pretty little roses. So it's like they kind of couldn't make up their mind. They wanted to go with the Majolica, but then we decided to throw in the traditional little pretty roses. And this is just a pretty piece of porcelain. Again, made in Italy, $10.40, Jean Reed's Italy. And it's a Majolica meets pretty roses. I don't know what else you would call this stylization, but it's just very unusual. And that is $10.40 from our vendor, Lazy Q Ranch. Okay. Now, I did not take off. I have some people that my vendors like tape sometimes. And I'm going to get the tape off this because I did not check. And if you do, you know, in person or even when we ship, we will let you know if there's any kind of condition issues on anything. I touch the stuff and feel for chips. I admit to touching the items. And so I want that tape off of this. This is a nice older coffee teapot, cocoa pot made in Japan. It is an older stamp on the bottom, and that is from Andover Junction for $20, pre-World War II. I'm not seeing any issues. It doesn't even look like it was used. I don't have any chips on the spout. So we have the pretty ornate design on the front, and then the back is just a little sprig of flowers with brown trim. I'm seeing a lot of these in the wild without lids. This one actually still has the lid. And that has the same pretty pattern on it as well. And that is $20 for the antique coffee cocoa teapot from Andover Junction. Okay, off the stage as well. So this is a half price at just $6 from Good to Go. Universal store bottle. It is a quart. It is store 5-cent bottle. It's just $6 for the antique milk bottle. Generic. There is a tiny chip up here. So you could easily smooth that out. $6 though. That's a very good deal on that. It is embossed all around with the 5 cents on there. Oh, goodness. I got a lot of stuff to get through, folks. All right. This is the last of these. She had 3. She sold the other 2 little guys with the hats. This is the last one. He is 4 and 3/4 inches tall. $4 from me as treasures. He's newer, but he's made to look vintage. Excuse me. He's like some kind of like little plaster dude, and they kind of like sprinkled and then painted over that to give it a vintage look. Norton, I don't need you right now. Get off my screen. So the little cement gnome is just $4 with the yellow hat, and he is the last one in the shop now. Okay, we have a small brass and wood bell, 5.5 inches tall, for $8 from our vendor Auntie's Attic. It's a nice patina on there. It does have loss to the colorization on the metal. It is a screw in the top there. Does sit a little, not quite 100% straight. A little ding there. It does have some nice age to it, and that is $8 for the nice sounding bell. I have a pretty, also from Auntie's Attic, an amethyst candle holder, 4x4. This is in the glass. It's not flash, and that is $9.60. It holds a taper candle, and is a, I'm trying to see, make sure the color is kind of true. Yeah, so you can kind of see that. It's a pretty purple on that, and that's $9.60 for the amethyst glass candle holder. All right, I have a Spry Pure Vegetable Shortening tin. It is a tin with a paper label. $12, 6x5 from Auntie's Attic as well. Sharp cutting edge under tape. So she's put, there's a bit of sharpness here, so we'll leave that tape on there. It's a paper label. It is from Lever Brothers Company of Cambridge, Massachusetts. It makes tempting digestible foods, improves flavor in deep and pan frying. Keep it room temperature for best results. So, and that one is $12 for the Spry can paper label. Again, it has a sharp edge there that we are going to leave that piece of tape on there for that, and that is from Auntie's Attic as well. Okay. All right, this one is a deal because the vendor could not get it open, so we're assuming that it's pretzels still left in here. Rusting bottom, lid stuck on, 7.5 by 7.5 inch, $4 for the crispy thin pretzels tin. And that was from High Grade Golden Crisp Potato Chips Company. Again, cannot get this open. This is out of Philadelphia. You do have rusting. The lid is stuck on. You can hear there's probably some, we're going to go with pretzels in there. Not a lot. It's just that she could not get it open because of that. She made it $4 because of the rusting and stubborn of the lid. So great riser. A lot of people like to use books and tins as risers. So this is a nice one. It's got great graphics and colors on it. And it's just $4 for that tin. Okay, also from that same vendor, We Love with Heart, we have a piece of lace, and what does she say on here? Vintage lace collar, remnant tea stain color, $4.80 for this piece of lace. So it looks like, yes, it might have been a collar, and that is $4.80 for that piece. And that is from Reloved with Heart as well. I have the lace from Mylan Kelvey. I apologize if I do not pronounce names right. We have that sold already. Now, if I have a Lynn Andreka on here, I did send you a bunch of pictures earlier. If you can get back to me with that soon, let me know which ones you want, because we might have more coming up for all of you guys. Where's that tag? There it is. Alrighty. There's a nice little piece. All right. Let's put that down there. Okay. Oh, all right. So more tape. Let me take this tape off. All right. Because this one, it's vintage, it is made in USA, it has, the lid does have a chip out of it. All right. Other than that, it's in very good shape. And because of that damage, this cute little teapot is $4. So just turn it so you don't see that bit of the lid. And that is from Burning Sensation Antiques. It's kind of, if you do that, you don't really see it. It is a nice old made in USA teapot for $4. Again, we have that chip on the lid repair there. So that is why it is just $4. Be a cute little planter if you wanted as well. All right, we have from our vendor Redreamable a nice souvenir, local, 6-inch tall, vintage, $4.80 for the Statue of Liberty. So she is like that pot metal with the bronze wash over her. And she is 6 inches tall, and she is hollow, and she does have some age to her. There's some writing on the bottom, which is probably whoever the teapot is. Let's see, that one unfortunately did not have the number of ounces on the bottom like that other one did. But this guy is, let's see. Yeah, I don't know how many cups it holds. To the top of that, it is about 5.5 inches tall to the top of the handle about. And then we're about 7 inches from the end of the spout to the end of the handle. And that is $4 on that teapot. I have Lady Liberty going to Norma. I worked in Manhattan for 14 years, and people that work there, live near there or whatever, we really don't go to the Statue of Liberty unless family or friends come to visit, and you end up doing all the tourist things. And we walked and walked and walked up her. And I think the top of the torch was closed that day, but we got pretty close to it. I won't do that again. There's no elevator in Lady Liberty, so if you ever come and you want to just explore the island, the lower levels, it is a torturous walk to go in there. And it's a spiral, and usually it's pretty crowded, so it's a slow spiral. So you got it, Debbie. All right, we have this bottle. It does have some staining inside. Should you let some vinegar sit in there, maybe you'll get it out. This is another one from the stage for $4. This is and this is embossed, multi-paneled, Atwood's Janney's, Jannaice, Janney's Butt Bitters, formerly made by Moses Atwood of Georgetown, Massachusetts bottle, and that one is just $4. Oh, you did crown Turner Crown back in '76. Yeah, I did it in maybe 98 or 99 I did it. So just $4 on that nice old bitters bottle that does need a little bit of cleaning, but I'm not feeling any chips. It had a twist cap on it. It's got some nice age to it. Turn of the probably around the twist cap. This is probably the early 1900s on that bottle. And that is just $4 for that one. Okay. I don't want to come up with too much on these. These just came in today. Again, these are the older Roseville. These are actually marked. So these would be like the 40s, 50s. They're in very good shape. It is the taper candle holders. A little bit of crazing, no chips. And the pair is $35 for the Snowberry. This pattern is called Snowberry. So, and these hold taper candles. Oh, wow. And there's no air conditioning, Lady Liberty. And these are not quite, they're 4 3/4 inches tall on the Snowberry Roseville taper candle holders, which just remind me of somebody, they look like they're mad. So they have that kind of little design on them, and they are the Snowberry for $35, and those are out of Belmont Farmhouse. I have Mr. Latow for the candles. Good deal on that. They are in very, very nice condition. Yeah, she was walking by with these, and I said, just stop, give them to me at the counter. Roseville has been making quite a comeback. It had dipped down in price, and then just recently it started coming back up again. So, all right, we have another local piece. This one is, and it's usable if you do little gardening. It's from Swartzwood Lake, New Jersey. It's just the paper label. It's that little mini gardening tool for $3.20. So this would be for your little potted plants inside. You have the little rake and your little shovel, and that is from Jazzy Junk. And it's also, anybody in the area, if you're Swartzwood Lake, it does have that on there as well, but it is functional. So I know a lot of people like these for the little potted plants. So $3.20 on the little potted plant garden tool from Jazzy Junk. I have the mini tool to the pox. Remember, my mom had one. She used to love that thing. She had a green thumb. I have a black thumb. I don't even bother with plants. But she has a lot. She used to be able. She's one of those people that could like break off a piece, and then it was just like she'd get like 10 plants out of one little piece of stick. All right, we have a piece of Ray Dunn, also from our Mia's Treasures. This is Ray Dunn. It's like that funky little shape, and it is $6.40. Just gonna warn you, it says right here, may get hot in the microwave. So in case you're unaware that when you put things in the microwave and you set them, they might get hot. So $6.40 for the cookie batter taster unused Ray Dunn coffee mug. So the thing with the Ray Dunn mugs, even if, you know, they've got a great size to them. They got a nice big handle and they hold quite a bit. And they also might get hot in the microwave. So I really don't want to ring this again. I have this from On Second Thought for $24. This is an antique brass hand school bell. Has the wood top and the brass that he's polished up beautifully. Has a large clapper in it that's like a little steel ball there. And I'm going to do this really quick. It's $24. It has a beautiful sound. And that one is $24 for that fantastic old brass and wood antique school bell. It's a nice one, and it's loud. Okay. All right. I have this cute little wooden turtle box for $11.20. He has 2 pieces made in Haiti. This one has not cracked. We do get a lot of humidity up here, so that would explain why we have a lot of moisture in the air up here. So it's very cute, $11.20 for the hand-carved wooden trinket box. And here's a turtle. It's got like a pineapple-y looking flower carved on his lid. Okay, I have another fun mini from our vendor, Belmont Farmhouse. This is another piece of spun glass for $14. It is the punch bowl cups with ladle, and there's 8 pieces. And this is $14 for all the pieces. So the cups are not perfect little circles, and you do have the little glass ladle. And it is clear and yellow. We've got the sun making it some real funky glow there. There we go. All right, so it's clear and yellow, and that is $14 for the cute little spun glass punch set. All right, just a few more items. Just go around. All right. our vendor, Thrifty Rick. Yes, it is glass. We have this nice sun catcher for $6.40, butterfly and roses. And now the sun where I want it is not quite where I need it. So it's $6.40. You're not going to see it up there, but that's where the sun is now that I need it. So you have roses and butterfly for $6.40 for the sun catcher. Now the sun's there if I move that way. All right, we got a great deal coming up on a Leo Trick canning jar, 1 pint for $6.40 from our vendor, Auntie's Attic. It has the matching lid on it, the glass cap with there's rust on the handle. It is a nice old one. It has a number 3 here, and it's Leo Trick. No number or anything on the bottom, just on the side we have that 3, and that is just $6.40 for the 1 quart aqua canning jar. Very unusual one. I have the jar for Mel. I have Mel first on the jar. All right, I have one more bell. This is a 9-inch tall wood brass bell from Auntie's Attic for $9.60. It's brass. It's probably made in India. That's the brass usually looks like that with the carvings. And we have a wood handle, and that is just $9.60 for this bell. Not quite as loud as the school bell, but still has a very nice sound to it. So, and that one is 9 inches tall. I don't know why I picked bells. All right, we are getting near the end, folks. I have a couple more smalls for you. Things that I grabbed that were marked down. I grabbed this guy because he was marked from 20 down to 15, and then 20% off. So that makes him $12. It's a vintage boxer. There's some crazing in it. I don't have a maker's mark on the bottom. There's just some wayward paint splatter in the house. Apparently when they, back in the day, whoever painted the room, they painted it blue. I got that little paint spatter off of there. And he is porcelain. It's like almost like a redware kind of ceramic. And no sticker on the bottom. Probably Japan. It's like could be local. Like I said, there is crazing in there. I'm being blinded by the light. And he is $12 for the beautiful little boxer. I'm trying to get this so it's not right in the sun. So that's got a nice finish on that. And that is from Reloved with Heart. Okay, this is newer. This is a bisque finish. It's a little cherub trinket box from also Reloved with Heart with roses on it, and that is $4. And it opens nice and easy. And there's just some there's some writing on the bottom that's sized in the bottom. Looks like an HE. I can't quite see the other. And that is $4 for the little angel bisque finish trinket box. And you can see in here that it opens and closes very nicely. I didn't realize how bad the sun was, so you can't really see it. There we go. All right, so that's $4 for the little angel trinket box from Reloved with Heart. And I think I'm coming up on the last, oh gosh, no. Oh, good thing I forgot. I had to put stuff over there tonight because we had run out of room. So there's still more stuff to go, folks. This just came in. I think this is a fantastic little set. This is the alabaster with small round trinket box and the perfume atomizer, as is small chips too on bottom of perfume bottle with painted cherry blossoms. So they're the common ones that would kind of go into that glass. This is from our vendor, the Hip Chick, $14 for the set. The atomizer is not dried out, which is very common. And this is that alabaster. So that's for both pieces is $14. Oops, that's still in the sun. So I'm like dancing with the sun tonight. So that's $14 for that set. I have Lynn Rose said sold perfume first. I have on here. Okay, we still have a few more things to get through. Like I said, they're across the room, and that's why I double checked tonight so I didn't miss anything, which I have done in the past. So let me go over there and get that. All right, I got everything here. All right, this is cute. All right, let's see if I can get everything in one fell swoop, which we might actually be able to. All right. Okay. So this will be the last time I'm off camera because I was able to grab everything. Got quite a few more things here for us to go through. Nice smalls again. So there we go. I forgot I put this here for myself. All right, and I have a nice old sock darner. It's a plain colored wood for $4 from our vendor, Jazzy Junk. So that's the nice old solid wood sock darner for $4, and that is from Jazzy Junk. Let me know if I need to show something again because of this, the way the sun is hitting right now. A little difficult. That's interesting. All right, we have a little wood trinket box also from Jazzy Junk, and it has a cute little Scotty dog on it with this little inlay on it. It has 4 little feet on it, and that is $10 for that. And it does have age. There's just a strip of velvet in the bottom. And how many makers mark? Most likely Japan. This is a nice older one. It is inlay. The Scotty dog is like into the wood. He's actually embossed on top. I don't know how they did that. It's very cute. And you just have this pretty design, nice little box that's hinged for $10 with the little Scotty dog on it from Jazzy Junk. If I need something brought up closer, let me know because I can't really quite tell right now what's going on here. There's some rust on the stainless steel portion of these, but we have the Bakelite handle, 4 steak knives with the red in the red for $7.20, and these are Bakelite, and they're looking pink in the sun, but they are red, and they are marked stainless. But like I said, there are some little rust and pitting on them. So the Bakelite steak knives, red handles, are $7.20, and that is from Jazzy Junk as well. I have the fanciest candle snuffer that I've ever seen. It is missing a stone up here, but it's got all those red sparklies on it for $6.40, and it is a hinged, and it's got a silver finish to it. Again, we're missing one little red doodad up there on the top, and you have this fancy handle. So, and that is $6.40 for the ruby ensconced candle snuffer. But yeah, it's fancy. So $6.40 on that. And I have a pretty little ewer from made in Portugal, Elba. It's a cobalt with gold for $9.60. This is from our vendor on Second Thought. This is porcelain, and that is the cobalt blue with the gold, and this one is out of Portugal. S.A. Lert Company, which is probably the department store wherever it was sold out of. Elpa, Portugal, Alcobaça, it says on the bottom. And that is $9.60 for the cobalt. Okay, I have more things down here. I have, in the theme of the Scotty dogs, I grabbed a vintage little Scotty dog cutter. He's got the red wood handle, and he is $2.40 for the vintage Scotty dog cookie cutter, also from Jazzy Junk. And that has that nice old, the red wood handle on it that everybody loves. You have the red or the green. This one's the red. And I have him hiding inside this stunning little floral pitcher for $8. It's not marked on the bottom. It's like a purpley gray. It's got some wear to the paint, but I'm not feeling any condition issues. It doesn't even look like it was used. This has got some age to it, and it's just $8. You have some loss of paint, and you have roses on both sides. It's just a fancy, pretty little guy. I have the cookie cutter for Jeannie Scott Oliver. So the pitcher is still available at just $8. I got no chips or cracks in that. It is a very good deal on that. Okay, let me mark the cookie cutter. put this up on Instagram and Facebook. I brought it up because I just cannot believe that this has not sold. It is a gorgeous piece of crackle glass. It's ruby glass. It's in the glass. It's just $4.80 with the clear glass applied handle little pitcher. And this is also from our vendor Jazzy Junk. And this is just $4.80. And that's got the rough pontil on the board. On the bottom it is hand-blown glass, and the color is in the glass. It is not applied on, and it's just $4.80 for that gorgeous piece of ruby. I have the red glass to Beth. Good deal on that. I have Beth first for the red pitcher. I feel like my son, my son hates the sun. And right now I'm kind of having that relationship with it. Our last item of the night is from Thrifty Rick. This is unusual solid brass floral candy dish for $8. So we have solid brass made in India, and then it's got almost a cloisonne finish to it with this slight enamel paint along the rim in this floral design, and this one is just $8. And the handle is hinged, and that's brass. And again, you have the painted flowers on it for $8 on that, and that is the last item we have of the night. I will not be doing a remains of the sale. Instead, I'll be posting the replay video over onto our YouTube channel since there's so much stuff left over. So that'll make it a lot easier for me and everybody else. If there's anything you want the crackle glass sold, Norma, I'm just confirming that you mean the red pitcher, not the porcelain pitcher. Did I have anybody who wanted this guy for $8? The antique pitcher. Just let me know on that one if there's any interest in that. All right. You have a great night as well, and I will see you guys all next Wednesday night. This weekend is our in-house additional discounts for our vendors. We'll have some additional people visiting us outside, and Don will get working on your shipping tomorrow. And I hope you all have a wonderful evening. And don't mind my hand as I come across here to get the camera, so I don't have to walk around. And that. Thank you, everybody. Oops, I really don't want to turn this sideways. I gotta get my plug out of there.